XXO Glue Fam, Vince here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Nung nag-aayos ako kanina, sabi ko parang simpleng look lang yung gagawin ko para sa review na to. Pero ayun na naman, nag-enjoy na naman ako mag-ayos, so ito yung kanalabasan. Anyways guys, in today's video, we're gonna review some products from CMY Cosmetics. I have this PR package for a while now, pero hindi ko pa talaga pinapaglaruan itong mga products na to kasi gusto ko talaga na masabi lahat ng mga reactions ko and opinions ko sa mga products ng CMY Cosmetics dito sa review na to. So if you guys are interested, what are you waiting for? Grab a drink, sit back and relax, and without further ado, let's go! And now let's dive in, Glow Fam. Let's open this PR package up. Actually, I think nakita nyo na nung in-unbox ko tong PR package na to. So CMY stands for Chloe Minette Isabel. She's actually the daughter of the brand owner of CMY Cosmetics. And sobrang adorable lang ng baby girl na to. Like, actually, ang ganda ng blush na dito, drunk blush. They have here a lot of information cards, so hindi talaga tayo mahihirapan mag-review ng products na to. So yung slogan ng CMY Cosmetics is Make Beauty Yours. Syempre, meron silang pa-print out ng pangalan ko. And I think it's about time to dive into the review. Sisimulan natin dito sa product information card nila. Let's start with a product description. According to the information card, CMY Cosmetics are made with natural ingredients. It's safe for kids and pregnant women. It's good for everyday use. It has a fruity scent. It has no bitter taste. It's transfer proof, long lasting, lightweight, and blendable. It also says here that they have 3 different types of products. They have the gel based tints, and yung claims niya is 2 times pigmented siya than other brand gel type tints. Malalaman natin yun mamaya. They also have here the HD mattified. Yung HD mattified naman is 5 times pigmented daw than other brand matte finish. Medyo mabigat tong claims na to pero malalaman natin mamaya. Kasi actually nakatry na ako ng parang times 10 na pigmentation, so titingnan natin kung hanggang saan talaga yung level na to. And last but not the least, they also have here the powdery matte. It says here that it's 2 times pigmented than other brand powdery matte finish. All the products are good for 12 months from the open date. Each one contains 3 ml worth of products and their containers are actually reusable. Parang dito pa lang sa information card, kompletong-kompleto na yung review natin. Meron pa silang isa pang information card, and this one, it shows yung different parts nung component ng product nila. So each component looks like this. So at the bottom, you will find the shade name. Sabi rin dito, meron siyang twist lock to secure your tint para hindi ito matapon. And it's a regular standard type doe foot applicator for even and easy application. They also send me a card, and sabi dito, Vince Gonzalez, this is to show our appreciation for this wonderful collaboration with us as one of our CMY goddess. Taray goddess. Our cheek and lip tints are created with great attention to detail, formula shades that suit Filipina skin tones. I think very important naman talaga yun. That is face mask proof and very affordable. It also says here that we have a 5% discount code provided to all your subscribers if they would like to purchase our cheek and lip tints. So mamaya pagkatapos ng review na to at nagustuhan niyo yung mga products ng CMY Cosmetics, you guys can send them a message on their social media accounts. I'll put everything down here and on the description box below, and don't forget to use code VINCE5 for 5% off upon checkout. Now, Glow Fam, before we even start swatching, I'd like to give out a little disclaimer for you guys. As we go further dito sa review natin, my lips will definitely be stained dahil nga lip tint formula yung ginagamit natin. And what happens kapag lip tints yung nire-review is nagpapatong-patong-patong yung stain sa lips ko. That only means na hindi tayo magiging ganun ka-accurate dun sa real color payoff ng mga lip tints na to. So if you guys are interested to get or even try these tints, I highly recommend that you base your decision dun sa arm swatches na gagawin natin, since individual swatches yun at hindi magpapatong-patong yung kulay. So now we will start with a gel-based tint. So sabi dito, 2 times pigmented daw siya than other brand gel type tint. If we're gonna talk about the packaging of the product, Glow Fam, when I got these tints, actually everything was airtight sealed. And you guys know that I like it that way kasi alam mong hindi contaminated yung product, alam mong very sanitary siya, alam mong very hygienic yung pagkakagawa kasi alam mong ikaw yung unang bubukas talaga ng product. If we're gonna talk about the component of the product, it's very simple. It has a matte black top and merong sticker ng branding nila here, and then it's on a frosted acrylic container. It looks very cute, it looks very handy, pero wala nang other information about the product. The only thing that you will see at the bottom is yung shade name niya and kung anong type na lip tint siya. Dahil lahat ng products ng CMY Cosmetics, it comes with the same component. So nakalagay dito GB for gel base. Personally, for me, it's okay na wala masyadong information dito sa component ng product as long as you have this information card. So my question is, if bibili yung mga customers, will they get this information card? Actually, hindi ko pa yung natatanong sa CMY Cosmetics, but I'm gonna ask that. Kasi if they're only gonna buy the product, I mean, wala talagang information dun sa product except the shade, the brand name, and the type of the tint. So I really hope that they get this information card kapag bumili sila ng products. I'm actually looking for one more thing. Well, it says here sa information card na this one is made with natural ingredients, safe for kids and pregnant women. So, i-assume ko na sobrang safe talaga nitong product na to. Like, since natural nga siya at pwede sa bata, I think safe siya. Pero what I'm looking for is yung list ng ingredients niya. Kasi merong mga type ng tao na super sensitive yung lips nila kahit na made with natural ingredients yung lip tint. There might be a situation wherein they're allergic to a certain type of ingredient kahit na sabihin natin na all natural yung lip tint. If allergic yung tao sa kahit isang perasong ingredient ng lip tint na yun, there may be some effects. Baka magkaroon ng bad effects kapag ginamit ng specific person na yun yung lip tint. Kaya palagi kong ina-emphasize sa mga review ko na sobrang importante na nakalist yung mga ingredients nyo. Pero so far so good, yun lang naman yung comment ko dun sa component and dun sa packaging. Anyways, like what I said earlier, they have 3 shades available. They have it in the shades Snow, Ariel, and Elsa. The CMY Cosmetics gel-based tints retails for 95 pesos. Now we're gonna start with the CMY Cosmetics gel-based tint in the shade Snow. This is how the shade Snow looks like. Initial impression ko, I think it's a bit sheer, pero malalaman natin pag nilagay na natin sa lips. Definitely meron siyang red undertone. There's a little hint of orange. I think the formula is not that overpowering. If we're gonna do a smell test, sobrang bango niya, sobrang fruity yung scent niya. For the first shade, I think dark na agad yung nakuha ko, pero napakaganda ng kulay nito sa lips, promise. So now let's try it on the lips. And now, Glow Fam, this is how the shade Snow looks like on my lips. Pink yung lips ko kanina, pero ngayon nakikita nyo na yung hint ng red. Actually, unang shade gustong gusto ko na agad daw. Sobrang ganda niya. I'm looking at the monitor right now. Ang lakas mga Korean ng vibes ng lips. Initial comment ko lang, sabi kasi gel-based siya, pero yung pagka-gel-based niya is more on the liquidy side. It's not like a super thick gel-based tint. Pero if we're gonna talk about the pigmentation, yes, definitely 2 times pigmented naman to compared sa other lip tints. Personally, I like this shade a lot. Alakas mga Korean. Pag nag-dry down siya, ganito yung itsura niya. Now let's try to remove this tint using a regular makeup wipe. Meron talaga siyang stain, and I also think na mas nag-i-intensify pa yung color kapag tinatanggal natin. Matagal tong mawawala sa'yo, promise. Yun lang pala yung other comment ko, medyo matamis na matamis yung dating niya. So kung medyo sensitive kayo dun sa taste ng mga lip tints, ako kasi madalas kasi pag nag-lip tint ako nalalagay ko sa ipin, I mean kumakapit sa ipin ko. So kung medyo sensitive kayo sa taste, meron siyang konting matamis na taste. Now let's move on to the next shade we have here, the CMY Cosmetics Gel-Based Tint in the shade Ariel. So let's put this shade sa tabi ng Snow. Ito yung mga shade na usong-uso ngayon na very dominating yung orange undertone niya, but it's definitely mixed with red pigment. Ito yung mga ginagamit ng mga taong mahilig sa aesthetic na vibe. Actually, this one is perfect if you want to achieve that sun-kissed look. Of course, I'm not gonna put it on my cheeks anymore kasi I have a full face on. Pero kung maglagay ka lang ng a few dots on your cheeks tapos you blend it out, let's actually try that here kung gagana siya. So, I'm only gonna put a dot and let's try to blend this out. Titingnan natin kung blendable nga ba talaga to. Actually, sobrang ganda. It sheared out really well, and I think perfect to sa lips. Now, let's try it on the lips. And now, Glow Fam, this is how the shade Ariel looks like on my lips. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyong parang orange undertone, kaso nga lang pag naglalagay talaga ako nitong tint na to, kumakapit talaga sa ipin ko. Dahil nga medyo liquid yung formula niya for a gel-based tint, mas mabilis nagsascatter yung formula and malalasahan mo talaga siya. Buti na lang natural yung ingredients niya. I like this shade also. Parang sobrang ganda niya, oh. Very summer yung vibes. So far, so good. I think these 2 shades are both morena friendly. Hindi lang for morena, but Filipina skin tone in general. Sobrang ganda ng shade na to talaga. Looking at my lips right now, I think it's really good. The pigmentation is still there. I don't think this is just 2 times pigmentation. I think times 4 or times 5 pigmentation siya kasi sobrang nagpipeek through pa rin yung normal undertone ng lip ko pero mostly na-cover na nitong color na to. This is a bit intense pero in a good way. Pero actually, if you're gonna look at this shade, mas maganda siya sa lips compared dun sa arm swatch. Kasi sa lips ko kanina parang ang lakas mga Korean. Sa arm swatch, hindi ko siya masyadong tong bet, pero bet na bet ko siya sa lips. I think ito yung pinaka-favorite ko so far. Let's move on to the next shade. We have here the shade Elsa. Wow, kanina may snow, tapos may Ariel, may Elsa. So now let's do an arm swatch. This is how Elsa looks like. Ayan. This is definitely a plum shade. Ito yung mga sinasabi ko sa mga reviews ko ng lip tints na kulay ng grapes. Maraming takot na magsuot ng mga plum shade. Sinasabi nila na hindi bumabagay sa skin tone nila, pero there are a few people na gumagamit talaga ng plum shade and I think na maganda siya. Kasi itong pagka-plum nito is meron siyang halong red undertone. And I think with this one, this is perfect pang gradient lip. So now let's try it on the lips. Tingnan nyo guys yung ipin ko, color pink na. This is how the shade Elsa looks like on my lips. Sobrang ganda niya sa lips. Like sa swatch ko, kulay plum siya. Pero, well, nagpatong-patong na nga yung lip tint sa lips ko. Pero tingnan nyo, parang siyang very vampy yung dating. Na parang ang ganda, na parang alakas mga Korean. Tama nga, I like this shade too. And definitely, sa loob ko lang siya gagamitin. If I'm gonna use this, papaghaluin ko nga lang tong dalawang to. Pero sobrang ganda niya sa lips. My only comment about this shade is since dark shade nga siya, it has a tendency to be a little bit patchy. Like, alam nyo naman na ang lips natin ay iba-iba yung undertone niya. Ako, I have dark lips, like yung outer part ng lip ko medyo deep yung undertone, mas light yung loob. Yung outer part ng lip ko, na-emphasize yung pagka-dark niya, and yung inner part ng lip ko, yung nalagyan ng tint, medyo may pagka-light and hindi nagiging even yung tone ng lip natin. Pero with the claim na 2 times pigmented siya, yes, definitely 2 times pigmented tong lip tint sa to. Now, let's move on to the CMY Cosmetics HD Mattified Tint. Ang claim nila, it's 5 times pigmented than other brand matte finish. Again, nakatry na ako ng super duper duper intense na mga lip tints before, and titingnan natin kung 5 times pigmented talaga siya. So again, they have 3 shades available dito sa HD Mattified na to, and they are in the same component. Earlier pala, nakalimutan ko ipakita sa inyo yung doe foot applicator niya. So this is how the doe foot applicator looks like. It's a standard doe foot applicator. And so far, so good naman kasi madali kong nalalagay yung mga lip tints dun sa lips ko. The CMY Cosmetics HD Matte Tints retails for 105 pesos each. The first shade that we're going to try is the CMY Cosmetics HD Mattified Tint in the shade Sweetie. So first, we're gonna do an arm swatch. Let's see how this tint looks like. I really think nakakitang-kita nyo talaga yung similarity niya dito sa shade na to. It's very, very, very close. The only difference is medyo angat lang to sa red pigmentation. Pero the level ng pagka-orange na, it's definitely the same. So now let's try Sweetie on the lips. And now this is how Sweetie looks like on my lips. Alam nyo guys, mararamdaman nyo na lang yung difference ng gel-based tint at saka ng HD Mattified kapag nilagay mo na siya sa lips mo. If we're gonna talk about the pigmentation, I think yes, if we're gonna compare this to regular matte finishes, nakikita nyo naman yung kulay ng lips ko ngayon, like intense orange. The only difference is mas deep nga lang to compared to this one. Pero I'm looking at the monitor right now, I think maganda rin tong shade na to, as in. So cute. Since first shade to ng HD Mattified, let's try to remove it. Tingnan natin kung magli-leave siya ng stain. Ayan. So as expected, nag-i-intensify pa yung lippy niya. Yes, may natanggal akong formula pero nakikita niyo parang mas naging orange pa siya. Now let's move on to the next shade. We have here the CMY Cosmetics HD Mattified Tint in the shade Angelic. Let's do an arm swatch of the shade Angelic. This is how the shade looks like. Nakikita niyo naman sa arm swatch, definitely mas pigmented to if we're gonna compare it to this one. I think this is very similar to this shade. This one I was not expecting it kasi dito sa arm swatch mukha siyang sheer, tapos nung nilagay ko siya sa lips, sobrang gandang red niya, parang Korean gradient lip. So I'm not gonna judge this one basing it on the arm swatch, but let's just try it on the lips. This is how the shade Angelic looks like on my lips. I'm not sure if I'm tripping, but I think it's the same shade. Ako lang ba? O parehong shade to nung pinakaunang gel-based tint na ni-swatch natin kanina? Comment down below kung tingin nyo same shade to. Pero kung ako, tingin ko kasi same shade siya. Iba nga lang yung formula nito kasi this one is mattified, the other one is gel-based. So yung isa hindi ganun natutuyo compared to this formula. Tingnan nyo, Glow Fam, color pink na rin yung dila ko. I think magagamit ko pa rin siya pero kailangan ko siya patungan ng lip balm kasi yung type ng lips ko kasi is dry. So kung ikaw nanonood ka sa akin, kung yung lips mo dry din, I suggest na gumamit ka ng more on moisturizing na mga lip tints or mga lip gel o kaya mga lipstick. Kasi kapag dry talaga yung natural texture ng lips mo, tapos pinatungan mo pa siya ng drying na product, like sobrang magbibitak-bitak talaga yung lips mo. If we're gonna talk about the shade, I really like the shade. And now for the last shade of the CMY Cosmetics HD Mattified Tints, we have here the shade Fierce. Tingnan natin kung fierce nga ba talaga tong shade na to. Malalaman natin. Oh my god, ito na. This is a warm toned red. Pag sinabi natin warm toned, meron siyang orange pigmentation. Though this one looks really bright. I think ito, masasabi ko na nagli-live off talaga siya dun sa claim nila na 5 times pigmentation. Ito talaga yon. Like, I could say na this one is 5 times pigmented. And now let's try Fierce on the lips. Now, Glow Fam, this is how the shade Fierce looks like on my lips. Ito yung mga bet kong shades, yung parang ang lakas maka-vampire yung dating. Ito yung parang pulong-pula talaga yung labi mo na napakaganda. Sa lahat ng shades nitong HD Mattified, I think ito yung pinaka-favorite ko sa lahat. Ito kasi perfect to pang full-on lip. Pwede rin to gamitin pang gradient lip. Dito mo lang siya sa loob ilalagay. Tingnan mo yung arm swatch, oh. Naglalaban talaga yung red-orange, oh. Sobrang ganda. And sobrang solid talaga yung color niya. Alam mo, feeling ko ang tapang-tapang ko pag suot ko tong Fierce na to. Like, sobrang fierce talaga. Hindi siya nagbibirong fierce. Fierce siya legit. As in, I love the shade a lot. I think this will stay dun sa top shelf ko. Sabi dito kanina, transfer proof daw siya. And that's what we're gonna test right now. Wala namang humahalong tints. Now let's move on to the CMY Cosmetics Powdery Matte Tints. The CMY Cosmetics Powdery Matte Tint retails for 100 pesos each. Ang claims nila is 2 times pigmented to than other powdery matte tints ng ibang brands. So again, they have 3 shades available as the same type of component. And I'm looking at the component right now. I think let's start with the lightest shade. We have the shade Isabel. So first, let's do an arm swatch. This is how the shade Isabel looks like. This one is very different compared dun sa first 2 types ng lip tints natin. Dahil nga siguro powdery matte siya, I think it's a bit creamy. And sobrang smooth niya dun sa skin ko, dun sa arm swatch. I like it. In person, it looks like a muted terracotta brown with a little bit of orange undertone on it. It looks really nice. Mukha siyang magandang nude. So now let's try it on the lips. This is how the shade Isabel looks like on my lips. Ngayon pa lang masasabi ko na hindi dapat ganito talaga yung shade niya kasi nga it looks brown. Pero sobrang naglalaban talaga yung undertone or yung stain dun sa lips ko ngayon. Kaya it looks a bit orange on my lips right now. Medyo para siyang naghalong brown and orange. Of all the 3 types ng lip tints ng CMY Cosmetics, I would say na ito yung pinaka-favorite formula ko sa lahat. Una sa lahat, ito yung pinaka-relaxing ilagay. I don't know kung anong meron sa formula na to pero sobrang kakaiba siya compared dun sa first 2. Dahil nga siguro powdery matte siya, sobrang nakaka-relax siya ilagay. Yes, nararamdaman kong matte siya sa lips. Alam mo yung feeling na pag nagma-matte tint ka, parang nagbubuo-buo yung lips mo? It doesn't feel like that dito sa powdery matte na to. Like, nararamdaman ko pa rin na sobrang lambot ng lips ko ngayon, though it's matte. Let's move on to the next shade. We have here the shade Mia. So now let's do an arm swatch, Glow Fam. Medyo pinkish na yung dating nito. Sobrang ganda niya. If you guys are looking for something na merong parang coral shade, you should go for Mia ng powdery matte ng CMY Cosmetics. Tingnan natin kung ano magiging itsura niya sa lips ko. This is how the shade Mia looks like on my lips. Medyo kinapalan ko ng konti para makita nyo talaga yung color payoff niya. Pero basing it dun sa red undertone ng lips ko kanina, para siyang nagiging deep coral shade. But if you have like a natural tone of lip, medyo light coral shade siya, leaning on the pink side. Sobrang ganda ng shade na to. And yes, kinapalan ko na yung lagay, pero I still do not have a problem with the formula. I think hindi siya nagda-drip down dun sa loob ng lips ko na parang nalalasahan ko siya, walang ganong klaseng feeling. Kasi ito yung formula niya, she thick, girl. She thick. Thicker definitely to compared dun sa first 2 formulas. And ito yung mas gusto kong formula compared dun sa first 2 types. Now we are down to our last shade. We have here the CMY Cosmetics Powdery Matte Tint in the shade Amanda. So now we're gonna do our final arm swatch. This is how Amanda looks like. Ooh. okay. So nagbabalik yung shade na ganito, but this one has a less orange undertone. Aside sa color red, meron din siyang halong color pink na konti, which makes the color look muted. And sobrang ganda rin niya. Oh my god. And now let's try Amanda on the lips. This is how Amanda looks like on my lips. Nagbabalik yung mga orange undertone and yung mga red. Alam mo, sobrang ganda niya. Parang pag pinaghalo mo yung formula nito plus yung formula nito, ito yung magiging kakalabasan niya. Matte siya pero hindi siya drying. Like, sobrang gaan talaga niya sa bibig. I like this shade a lot. Alam mo, dito sa tatlong shades na to ng powdery matte tints ng CMY Cosmetics, walang tapon sa kanila. I like all of the shades. And definitely, bagay talaga to sa lahat ng mga skin tone. And now, Glow Fam, for my final thoughts. If we're gonna talk about the packaging, it's airtight sealed. I don't have any problem with that, so that's definitely a check for me. If we're gonna look at the component of the product, it looks so cute. I think it's very handy. Pwede mo siyang ilagay sa kung saan. Pwede mo nga ito ilagay sa wallet mo, sa bulsa mo, anywhere you want dahil sobrang liit nga lang niya. Pero dahil nga maliit lang siya, this one only contains 3 ml worth of products and normally yung standard is around 5 ml sa ibang mga lip tint brands na na-try ko. Pero I think wala namang problema kasi definitely pigmented naman yung formula nila. So kahit ilang dots lang ilagay mo, sobrang makikita mo na talaga yung color payoff ng mga lip tints na to. Now, talking about the formula, itong first 3, yung gel-based tints, I like the formula. It's not drying. I think I would definitely use these on a daily. Walang problema sa akin yung mga ganun. HD mattified tints, again, I'm not a fan of matte tints, pero if you're into matte tints, I think magugustuhan mo tong last shade na to, this one. And I also want to mention this shade, medyo deceiving siya, plus this shade, kasi it looks sheer on the hand swatch. Pero on the lips, makikita mo talaga parang nagpo-flush yung red undertone niya. So, sobrang ganda rin itong dalawang to. And last but not the least, ay yung aking favorite na formula of all 3 types ng lip tints ng CMY Cosmetics, yung powdery matte tints. I mean, it's matte on the lips. Yes, hindi ako mahilig sa matte, pero ito yung matte na nakaka-relax talaga. I feel like it's very lightweight. It's non-sticky. Hindi rin siya nagmumukhang patchy yung pagka-matte niya. I think yung distribution ng pigmentation is very even. The formula is not very liquidy to the point na parang magdidrip down dun sa loob ng bibig ko at malalasahan ko and kakapit sa ipin ko. It's not like that. I love the formula of the powdery matte tints. And if we're gonna talk about these 3 shades, actually walang tapon dito sa tatlong shades na to. Sobrang ganda talaga lahat. Right now, I'm wearing the shade Amanda. Di ko na siya tinanggal kasi gustong-gusto ko siya. If we're gonna talk about the product availability, if you want to get your favorite CMY Cosmetic products, all you need to do is to send them a DM on their social media accounts at cmycosmetics.ph on Facebook, at cmycosmetics.ph on Instagram. Again guys, kung gusto nyo makatipid, don't forget to use code VINCE5 for 5% off upon checkout. Thank you so much CMY Cosmetics for sending these products. Sobrang love na love ko talaga yung powdery mattes nyo. As in, sobrang favorite ko talaga. Guys, again, don't forget to follow them on all their social media accounts. cmycosmetics.ph on Facebook, at cmycosmetics.ph on Instagram. I'll put everything right here and on the description box down below para one click nyo na lang nandun na kayo sa page nila. What do you think, Glow Fam? What's your favorite formula? Is it the gel-based? Is it the HD mattified? Or is it the powdery matte? And ano dito yung favorite shades nyo? Let me know your thoughts, sound off below. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. XXO Glow Fam, and I'll see you on the next one.